Zach Eflin. How about Zach Eflin? 6 innings, 2 earned runs, and that is enough to give the Phillies a 9-3 victory over the Miami Marlins as they blow a 7-0 lead the first game of the series, and they follow with a 9-3 victory. Very, very nice. I have not seen this kind of performance at Zach Eflin since May. Honestly, he's been a garbage pitcher since the month of May. But guess what? He has a nice outing here, a nice solid outing. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 Ks through 6. Very nice outing out of Zach Eflin. Not great. Obviously, it's not like some spectacular outing, but compared to what Zach Eflin was doing before, it's a lot better. I'll tell you what, it's a lot better than what he was doing before. And the Phillies win by a final score of 9-3. Corey Dickerson also collected 4 hits, and he got 5 RBIs in this one. He was obviously going through a little cold streak on this at the homestand. He is starting to play better baseball, and I'm very, very impressed with Corey Dickerson. So overall, nice win. You obviously blew that 7-0 lead in the first game of the series. Then you follow up with this performance. A very, very nice performance. It really is. It's a very, very nice performance. I tell you what, it did not look good to start. Neil Walker obviously got his hit and RBI single, I believe, and it was 1-0 Miami. I'm sitting there thinking, oh my goodness gracious, not looking good. And we still won this baseball game because Corey Dickerson got a couple hits and 4 hits, not just a couple, 4 hits, and our offense was just really, really good. And obviously we had no problem scoring runs in the first game. Our just pitching was terrible. This time our pitching was pretty good. We held Miami to 3 runs. So let's look at the box score, the scoring summary in this one. Neil Walker singled to right in the bottom of the first inning. Verity can run the score. It's now 1-0 Miami. And in the top of the 4th inning, Scott Kingery hit a 3-run shot, 380 feet. And it's now 3-1 Phillies. Phillies take the lead. Then JT Realmuto walked with the bases loaded. Eflin came around to score. It's now 4-1 Phillies. Then Corey Dickerson hit a ground rule double to deep left center. Hernandez and Oskin scored. It's now 6-1 Phillies. I'm still not comfortable. I mean, do you blame me? I mean, we just blew a 7-0 lead in the first game of the series. How do you expect me to feel comfortable? Here we go. Bottom of the 5th inning. Verity grounded into a fielder's choice. Brinson came around to score. It's now 6-2. I'm sitting there thinking, oh boy. Hopefully don't blow this one. Bottom of the 7th inning. Dickerson again doubled the left center. Franco and Hoskins came around to score. And it's now 9-2 Phillies. Then in the bottom of the 7th inning, Jorge Alfaro, former Philly, hits a solo shot to left, 383 feet, and it's now 9-3 Phillies. And they go on to win by that score, 9-3 your final score. Obviously that home run meant nothing. Cesar Hernandez left the ballgame in this one, 1 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 walks. Rhys Hoskins 0 for 3, 2 runs scored, 3 walks. I feel like he just goes up there looking for walks. He has been one of the worst hitters on our team. Probably the worst since the All-Star break. JT Realmuto, 0 for 4, 1 RBI, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Corey Dickerson, 4 for 5, run scored, 5 RBIs. He is the Phillies hot stove player of the game in this one. Very nice performance. Gene Segura, 1 for 3, run scored, 2 walks. Brad Miller, 1 for 3, 1 strikeout. Sean Rodriguez, 0 for 2, 1 strikeout. Scott Kingery, 2 for 4, 1 run scored, 3 RBIs. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Adam Hazley, 0 for 5, 3 strikeouts. Oof. Zach Eflin got 2 hits today, 2 for 3 on the day, 1 run scored, 1 strikeout. He's hitting .211. He has a higher batting average. Think about this. He has a higher batting average than Sean Rodriguez. I just can't believe he's 3 points lower than Brad Miller's. It just shows how bad our bench is. Michael Franco, 1 for 1, 1 run scored. Logan Morrison, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Look at the pitching in this one. Zach Eflin went 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. Very nice performance, a solid performance. I mean, this is a Zach Eflin type of performance I know he's capable of. I know he's not the best pitcher, but he's not a guy who would have a 10 ERA over a course to say he's not that bad. Eflin's not that bad. He's bad, but he's not great. But we all know Eflin's better than a 10 ERA over how many starts it was. Was it like 6 or 7? I mean, it was absolute garbage. I guess he might be getting his app back together, and he's starting to pitch a little bit better. But it's one outing, and you can't look too much into it. But it's so much better than what he was doing before. 8-11. I haven't seen him pitch that well since May. To be honest with you. Mike Moore in an inning, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 1 home run given up. Garcia in an inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Parker pitched in an inning and 1 strikeout. So that's your stats here in this one. As I said, Corey Dickerson, your Phillies hot stove player of the game. Very, very nice. I mean, obviously, if you get rid of the pitching, these past 2 games offensively have been very, very good. Very, very good. And might I add, we do not have our $330 million man, Mr. Harper. He is not here. He is with his family. So we've scored. Think about this. We've scored 28. We have scored 20 runs. I was looking at the Marlins 19, and I did the math in my head. That was my bad. We've scored 20 runs in the past 2 games without Bryce Harper. Think about that. That just shows that this offense is capable of doing that. And it's good. It shows that we don't need Bryce Harper to score runs. We could do it without him. Obviously, we lost the first game. I'm saying that if you get rid of the pitching, if you forget about the pitching, look at it from a purely offensive standpoint. Bryce Harper has been absent the past 2 games, and we scored 20 runs in those 2 games without him. And keep in mind, he leads the team in home runs. He leads the team in RBIs by a lot. By a lot. He's ahead of Reese with 3 home runs. He's 27. Rod Hoskins has 24, and he's way ahead in the RBI total. It's so far, I don't even know. He's 92 on the year. So, yeah, we've done this without him. Not to mention his 85 walks. And Hoskins obviously has already, I think he has 103, I believe, or no, it's like 102 or something like that. I think he has 102. He's past 100 walks. I swear, as I said before, I swear he goes up there looking for walks. He's been one of the worst hitters on our team. He has been terrible. And I understand the on-base percentage is still pretty good, but guys, he needs to hit. He cannot go up there looking for walks. And I understand when you're going bad, when you're struggling. I forget who said this. This was Chipper Jones. I remember Mark DeRosa talking about it on MLB Network. Chipper Jones used to tell him, when you're going bad, turn your 0 for 4s into 0 for 3s. Just draw a walk. That's what Chipper Jones said. It's a great point. Turn your 0 for 4s into 0 for 3s. Draw a walk. Try to mix in a walk in there. And I understand. I think that's what Hoskins is trying to do. But, I mean, it's enough and enough. Enough is enough. This slump has been going on since mid-July. Mid-July. It's almost a month and a half ago that this slump has been going on. It's so long. And it's unacceptable. He needs to pick it up. And that's why he's not been hitting any home runs. The X-base hits it's been disaster. He's been one of our worst. I think he's been our worst hitter. 235 batting average. 235. That is terrible. Terrible. He needs to wake up. I understand he's trying to draw some walks, mixing some walks in there. Like I said, turn your 0 for 4s into 0 for 3s. Or 0 for 2s. Mix in a couple walks, 1 or 2 walks. Obviously, last night you got 3. But enough is enough. You gotta start hitting. I understand you don't want to get walk happy. And that was John Maley's approach. Walk happy. Look how much a better hitter Bryce Harper has been without John Maley. Look at what Charlie Manuel has done to Bryce Harper. Now, obviously, you're not 100% sure if that was Charlie Manuel. But I can tell you what, ever since that, I believe it was that, well, obviously, he's been hitting a lot of home runs in the month of August, Harper has. And that home run against the White Sox at the beginning of the month. And then that home run in Arizona. Ever since that home run in Arizona, that was his 20th, he's been on a home run tear. And obviously it's unfortunate he can't be here for these 3 games. But he could theoretically finish with 30 home runs before the month of August ends. Which I think is very possible. He has a shot at like 35, 36 still. I'm still thinking that. But with Hoskins, he'll be lucky to even top 30. I'm thinking maybe 28. for Hoskins. Harper's going to be the home run leader. He's going to finish with the most home runs on the squad. So I don't know. I mean, I'm really losing my patience with Reese. I'm keep thinking that he's going to get better, and he's not. He's not. He's not getting any better. He's not. Like, he needs to wake up. He really, really needs to start playing better. He needs to play with more heart. You know? And he's not. He's not. That's just simple fact. He's not. And he just hasn't been, he just looks so uncomfortable. He watches the first pitch go by right down the middle. Stop looking for walks. If they want to walk you, then fine. Like I said, mix in that walk if you're going bad. But you shouldn't go up there thinking, all right, I'm gonna get a walk. I don't want to get hit. I want to get a walk. It's not a good approach. It's a bad habit to get into. It's a bad habit. And I'm really hoping that that's not what's going on with Rhys Hoskins. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Rhys. He's been just non-existent. I understand he scored a couple of runs last night. I understand he drew 3 walks. But you got to hit. You got to get hits. A lot of people, if walks attributed to batting average, then his average would be a lot higher. But I'm sorry to break it to you, Reese, but walks don't attribute to your batting average. And batting average isn't the most important stat. Batting average is somewhat of a flaw stat. Okay? Because it just counts as many hits as you get. I mean, if you think about it like this, singles and walks both count as the same. You both get on first base. So I think that's why people think batting average is a flaw stat. And I definitely agree with that. Because if you get on base with a walk, I mean, and it doesn't do anything to your batting average. So that's why I think batting average can be a little inaccurate. I understand that. If they had a stat that combined average with on base percentage. Obviously, I knew that they do OPS, on base plus slugging. But they need to do it with just pure batting average. And that would probably one of the most accurate stats to measure a baseball player. That's why average isn't the most important, because a lot of people are walking more nowadays. But still, a 235 BA, unacceptable. Unacceptable. I don't care if you're drawing 100 plus wall. I don't care. Enough. I don't want to hear any of it. You know Harper's going to pass 100 walks as well. But he's not hitting down to 230s. He's hitting like almost 260. He's hitting 240, 254 right now. Which obviously we like him to hit a little like 270, 280. That's what Harper's capable of doing. But Harper's hitting for more power. He's driving in runs. And he's still getting on base. I'd rather have Harper hit 27, like how he is. I'd rather have Harper than Hoskins, because you know what? I'd rather have 15 less walks and more RBIs and more home runs and around a 250, 260 average than Hoskins have 100 walks with a 230 average and 24 home runs. I'd rather take the 15 less walks. Or how many it is. Like, I think it's 102. So that's how I feel about this Hoskins situation. Let me know what y'all think. I mean, something's going to have to give here. And Kepler is going to have to think about maybe starting Logan Morrison if this slump continues. But you know what? Kepler said, well, he's still getting on base. He's still drawing a walk. Well, it's going to get to a point where he's hurting the team because he's not producing. Kepler. Okay, because he's not getting any hits. He's not driving in any runs. It's one thing if he was still hitting the ball at the ballpark, he's just walking. That's all he's doing. He's just walking. That's one thing he's been consistent at all year, and he's been good at walking. But you can't just walk and expect to get more playing time. You have to hit. So that's how I feel about it. I'm done with the whole. I just don't understand it. It really, really bothers me. It really, really bothers me. Okay, so Phillies go for the series win today. Rubber match game 110. The first pitch. Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phillies is supposed to originally be Jason Vargas, I believe, but they decided to throw Nola. Obviously they're having a lot of trust in Nola. They want him to, start throwing more games, and obviously it can be a little bit more pressure on Nola, but they want him to. He's obviously our best pitcher, and who else are you going to throw out there? So Nola on the mound, 12-3 with a 3.51 ERA, and going against Hernandez, he is 2-5 with a 5.18 ERA. 110 the first pitch. Miami beats Florida, and then we get an off. No, we do not get an off day. I kept thinking we kept getting an off day on Monday. We go back home, and we play the Pittsburgh Pirates. So this is our final game without Bryce Harper. And I really miss Mr. Bryce Harper. I understand he's trying to spend some more time with his family. But obviously today he's out as well, so he did not play any games of this 3-game series. And it kind of sucks for him because I try not to say that word. Because, he ordered those special cleats for Players Weekend, and he's not going to be able to wear them. So I'm sure that kind of stings for him, but, he had a kid. He had a kid. So, I obviously think he'd rather have have his baby son than those cleats. Cleats mean nothing compared to your son, obviously. So, so he's probably still a little disappointed because you know how much he loves his equipment and how much pride and passion he takes in that equipment. So I'm sure he's a little tad bit disappointed. Probably a little bit disappointed, but that's okay. That's okay. 110 the first pitch, and we fly back home to play Pittsburgh at CBP. So I'm definitely looking forward to that series. I'm going to the game on August 30th, which is next Friday night. And week after that is school starting. And I actually start school on September the 3rd. But I still got this week left of summer. And I'm probably going to be making a video on Labor Day to discuss my new schedule because of school starting. But we'll talk about that next week, about what time my videos are going to be. I'm still going to make a video after every game. I'm planning on still doing that. Obviously, in April, May, I kind of did like series recaps because I wasn't really that dedicated. But as time's gone on, I just keep getting more and more dedicated to this channel. I love this work, and I love you guys. You guys watch my videos. Thank you guys so much. Probably going to be making the videos after school, but we'll talk about that. I kind of have an after school sport, but I have like an hour and a half period to do free time. So I'm going to be going home, probably going to be making a video about the game. So it's going to be a day later, but who cares? So that's how my videos are going to work. And I hope you all enjoy it because, it's the videos are starting to be out. And thank you guys so much for joining. But we're going to talk about that next week. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to enjoy this last week of summer. And we're going to make it worthwhile. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I am Luke, and let's go Phillies. Talk to you all later. Oh, yeah, please check out the social media link in the description below. Please smash the like on this video if you haven't yet. Please tell all your friends about these videos. Please turn on the notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Luke, and let's go Phillies. Bye.